Test. Okay, is it working now? Can you hear me? I don't know what happened. It's a good thing I don't have to restart the stream. I think the desktop audio is still not working. Let me see if I can get that working again. Good, good, good. Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. Output devices. Let's just switch it around a little bit here. Still not working. See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Sometimes you just have a bunch of stupid issues to start the day, and it's no good. All right, so now go back to desktop audio. There it is, finally. Okay, so we're back to normal. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the lateness. This morning I had to drive through Athens for an errand, and it took a long time. So that was fun. I had to basically, it wasn't even that far away from my house, but the traffic is so bad in the morning that I went there and back, and it took like an hour. And then once I got back, I had technical issues to deal with, like the ones you just saw now. So we were a little bit delayed this morning. That's okay, because we're going to make some progress no matter what. Let's see. Let me say hello to the people who are in the chat so far. Hello to, let me get back over to the chat. Hello to Big Edie, Cal2001, Mosh. I think that's who I see here. I don't see anybody on the YouTube side yet. Say hello if you're watching on the YouTube side. And so what I started saying at the very beginning is that this is Crafter Hours, a series of streams where we get together and try to build something, or at least, work on something crafter-ish, crafter-related. And lately what we've been working on is the emacspackages.com project. This is a website that's intended to be a clearinghouse for all available Emacs packages, and a way for people in the community to go give their tips for various Emacs packages, and also to say which packages that they use in their personal configuration, so that we can do interesting things like show which packages are most commonly used together, or some other interesting analytics like that, at least over time, once we implement some more functionality. But in the last stream, we actually did make pretty good progress on implementing a few new features that were, excuse me, kind of core features, like basically being able to show when two packages are used together commonly, or counting the number of users of packages, or even putting things like the most recent tips authored by users on the main page. So I feel like we've got the basic feature set for the site not necessarily finished, but it's fleshed out enough that I feel like, okay, we're at a place now where we can start trying to polish up the site a bit and get it ready for production, meaning publishing the website for people to actually use for real, and then being able to maintain it, improve it going forward. We're not really ready for that yet. We're going to do some polishing on that. Then I'm going to do another staging deployment so that people can try it out, maybe create an account and just kind of poke around with it a bit, see if there's any issues. And then after people have had a chance to play with it a bit, that would be the time where I would probably open it up for the general public so that people can enjoy using it. I'm quite excited about that possibility because, this would be the first website I put out in a while, aside from systemcrafters.net, that, people might actually use and find useful. So that's cool. So we're going to get started on that in just a second. I need to just get some other things set up here. In fact, I can kind of show you what we've done so far. Let me jump over to the emacspackages.com repo. Very sorry. Allergies are once again at their all-time high this period of time, so it's great. I'm going to run project compile, run the dev server. Let's turn on KeyCast tab bar mode too. All right, so it's compiling things up. It's listening on localhost 8080. All right, so we've got the main page here with the latest package tips. It's just kind of boring stuff. I need to add the package that we're talking about on that readout here. Also, if you go to the package listing, you can see that It's very slow to load. That's another thing we need to fix. In fact, let me start compiling a list of things to do for today. All right, so we've got our listing of packages here. You can do dynamic searching, which we did a few streams ago. You can click the checkbox next to the packages that you use to select the ones that you actually use. If you go into the page of a given package, it will tell you that it's commonly used with certain packages. That really is just calculated based on the number of users who have a certain set of packages in their package listing, along with the one that you're looking at. So it's something we implemented in the last stream, which was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed that a lot, and it worked pretty well. So let's see, what else did we do last time? I think that's it. Give me just 1 second. So let's see, what else? I need to start compiling the list of things we're gonna do. So that was from Wednesday. Let's get missing notes. Oh, okay, yeah, got it. April 30th. Got this note here. I probably should delete that. I haven't actually checked any of these in a while, so I probably should do that at some point. So today is Monday, May 5th. And our agenda is, I'm very sorry. Goodness. So the agenda is add package name to homepage tips feed. What else? So this is all fine for now. Try to improve the general styling of the site. I mean, that's definitely something we need to do. Let's see, what else? There was something I wanted to do on the tips. So the tip voting. So tip voting is still not finished. Finish tip voting is DB schema change needed. It might be needed, but that it may actually be easy now to do that. I think we're basically not storing this in the database, so this is the reason why I would need to finish the work on it. Let's see, what else? Very sorry. So, trying to think of like what other improvements. I mean, the date format. Whoops. Tips feed date format should be improved. Top Emacs packages. Okay, that was a thing that I did also. It's like the listing of most popular Emacs packages. Another thing is on the package listing page, it takes so long to load. Fix long loading time of main packages page. Paging needed. I think actually what we do need is to page the result of that page. I don't know how many results this is, but it doesn't seem like that many. But just having so many and having load up the icons for everything just excuse me, just seems to slow everything down a lot. So if I did some paging here, maybe like, let's say 10 or 50 packages per page, it might help a lot. So we might be able to add paging, which is nice because, SQLite gives us the ability to do paging, which is nice. So we can add that if we want to help to improve the performance of this paging of the page for the packages. What else? At some point, we're going to need like a logo, but I'm not going to work on that right now. But we do need to kind of, finalize the styling of the site. I mean, it's kind of lame right now. It's very basic. It needs to have at least some kind of structure. If you look at the System Crafters website, it's also kind of minimal, but it looks a lot better. I might have to steal some of the styling that I do on the main System Crafter site and kind of replicate it here, which I don't really care. I mean, it's just my style, so I might as well just kind of replicate that and do it in multiple places. So I might take the overall shape of the site and then just change the color scheme effectively. to have a similar looking website, which means stealing some of the CSS as well, which is no problem. Okay. So, minimalism is nice too, says Big Edie. Yeah, this looks a little bit too minimal, in my opinion. I mean, it's not really so attractive at the moment. I kind of like the colors. I mean, purple makes sense because of Emacs, because the Emacs logo has purple in it. So I think we'll stick with a purplish look, but we definitely need to improve the structure a bit. All right. Any other thoughts? Like, what are the things you see that might need to be improved? We probably need to improve the wording on the main page a little bit, but that's not super big deal. The user registration page is okay. I mean, general form field styling might be necessary because right now it's just kind of basic and ugly. What else? That's probably good enough for now. So add package name to homepage tips feed. That's an easy enough task. Let's just go ahead and knock that one out. So I'm gonna go to, oh, what is this? Current signals. Let me get that out of there. We got a lot of things in our list. Oh, need paging on the main package page even during searches. Okay, yeah, so I've already written that to myself. So that needs to be done. So the current signals thing, where is that coming from? Current signals, log info. Why am I still writing that out? I guess I had done it for a reason at some point. Okay. So I said the tips page, we're gonna go to tips, use tips, render package tip. I had already added a thing here, add option for showing related package. So key, in fact, I need to change how this works now. I don't like the fact there's not a defined public with a star on it. At least I don't think there is. I haven't seen one. Use module, no, sorry. Export, render package tip. Go. So we got our export list here, whatever. And then define star, we need to define star on this. Define star, key, show package. Name. I think that's probably good enough. And I'll, I need to connect, Geyser connect to the running site. Got it. All right, we've reloaded this. Hey, Minos Mazar, nice to see you. Let's see. Got show package name, and then when we call render package tip on the index page, render package tip, I'm gonna have to change this now to be a lambda tip, render package tip show, what was the package name? True. Okay. Redo that page. Now, where is it? Package tip meta. If we look at the current, the current listing of that, sorry, the current rendering. So we have the user and then the date. So I would say probably right after that. So span packages, package tip, content tip ID, package ID probably is gonna be the thing for that. And then, oh, we have the package name attached to that. We may need to do a join to get the package name. let's see. Tips from the database models file. Package ID. We're gonna need package name, package tip, package name. Okay. Whether the user has voted on the tip already, I don't know if that's needed. See, list tips for package, select ID, blah, 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 blah. For package tips, we're package ID, order by. All right, so list tips for package. That's probably the one that we need to update. We're gonna have to throw a little join in there. I'm gonna do a string append. And just break this stuff apart. Got our from. Got our where. I want to kind of get all the clauses broken out so that it's easier to read them. From package tips, let me go check how we were doing the joins. So if I go look at package.sem join, all right, inner join. So inner join packages p on p.id equals package ID. And here we're going to select ID, user update time, content, p.name. I think that should do it. All right, so p.name. Now we got ID, author, update time, content, package name. I'm gonna put package name here, package name. Unmatched bracket or quote. Where did I miss it? Right here, probably. Okay. Wrong number of arguments in form. Make package tip, package ID, package name. I need to update the constructor function. Oh, whoa, I did that already. Okay. Oh, make package tip. Whoops. Must be somewhere else in this file. Make package tip. There it is. And insert package tip. We don't know what the package name is at this point, but that's okay, I think. To do, don't use a fake value. What does that mean? And there's another one here. Select ID, read latest. Oh, okay. So, interesting. I need the same join here. So let's just grab that and go down here. We're going to do this. Close that off as PT equals pt.packageID. All right. And then got name. All right, we could probably put it here actually. Oops, not that, not that. Okay, drop this right there. Fix that letter that I lost. All right, let's see. So I think we've got what we need here. Let's reload the main page, and we got a little crash. Let's go take a look at what that is doing. Compilation buffer, ambiguous column name ID. Where? Which one? Okay, right here. pt.id makes sense. Let me check the other one too, because we might need to fix that as well. From package tips as pt.id. Also, for the sake of consistency, I'm going to put p.name here so that the order of the things that we select is going to be consistent more or less between the different functions, just to, you know, avoid any bugs or confusion. All right, reload the page, still got a little crashy. Expecting exact integer test user. Render package tip. Let's see. That was ambiguous column name. Next one is expecting a exact integer test user. What is that? What are we talking about? I must have done something in the wrong order. So package author package name. Thank you. Let's see. Ah, I got a little bit of a typo here. Thank you, NA. Yes, thank you, NA. That didn't fix it, but that was definitely, oh, wow. I keep typing in stuff. That was an error that needed to be dealt with. Let me go back down to the other one. So package, new ID, package ID, author update done content. Make package tip. Let's see, package ID, package name. Package ID, package name, author. Author package, okay. Very interesting. Local time, test user, render package tip. So something here is wrong. Let me go back into the index page. Maybe it's got old references to struct accessors. Okay, it didn't actually help anything there, which is kind of weird. Let me think. Local time. Oh, it's a tip page. Tips, views. All right, unexpected syntax and form. All right, that's my mistake. Let's see. Now we can get package tip, package name, tip. Okay, so that's good, but I still need to go back and export in tips models. Package tip, package name. Okay. Did that. Let's do this one as well. Reload the page. Still crashing. Local time test user. Did I do the right one? Nope, still the same thing. Oh, okay, got a different thing this time. String packages 5. Cool, at least something makes a bit more sense this time. So format T. I think that we just had something baked in there that needed to be updated. This time I'm gonna use format, not true, not true. False, because I don't want it to print it out. And then reload, and then I see test user ADA mode, excuse me. I'm gonna throw an extra space in here, just like that, which is a little bit kooky, but whatever. In fact, I might put, oh, actually I need to make this optional too, so let me, think about how I wanna do that. So if show package name, and I'm just gonna put an empty list if we're not showing the package name. Otherwise, I'm gonna do this. Right. I'm basically just splicing that in if it's gonna be there. I wanna put a little dot, so I'm gonna say dot above, dot operator. There we go. Okay. Reeval, source failed to match. What did I do wrong here? List, span, I need to do a back quote on this. So let me just fix that up, reload. There we go, test user, ADA mode. Now, if we go to the ADA mode package, got a little crashy. No such column PTID, pt.id. It's in tips models. pt. Come on. As PT. Oh, got a little space we're missing there. I'm surprised that didn't actually have more of an issue. All right, and this time, oh, that's wrong. That's really interesting. Let's see. It's writing out ADA mode, which is wrong. Let's go to the tips view. Where are we? Package tip author, package tip ID. Did I put something in the wrong place somehow? Package tip ID, package name, package tip author. If I hover over that, it's linking to ADA mode, which is wrong. If I hover over that, it's going to test user. Okay. It must be the way that I'm loading the tip data. So I'm getting something out of order for sure. Yes, I am. So select pt.id, p.name, right. Where is package ID? Package ID, package name, author. Got it. Okay, so this is why, right here. Now if I go back to the main package page, then the test user is showing up correctly. Okay. So that's item number 1 down. Right? So let's see what we got. Back in the org file. Add package name to the home feed. Got it. Tips feed date format should be improved. We can fix that real quick too. So this is pretty ugly. I think we need to make that look a bit better. So where is that being written out? It's going to be in the views here. Local time, stream format time. All right, so instead of using C, how do I want it to look? Do I care what day of the week it was, or I just care about the date? Does it matter? Does it really matter? Also, I want to improve the way the authors and maintainers stuff is written out too, if I can go put that in the list. I actually don't want to put their email addresses there. I think I just want to put their name. See you, Big Edie. Okay. So let's see, Guile stir F time. I think it's probably just the normal stir F time string format. Formatting calendar time in the GNU C library manual. Okay. Let's see. Abbreviated weekday. So that's A. Then B. Capital Y, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the year. Day of the month in decimal number range, 0 through 31 day of the month with padded spaces. I don't want padded spaces. Day of the month. Day of the year. Hello to Infermigo. Same as YouTube, May 5, 2025. That's actually a good point. Okay. So that was E, right? Let's just start with that and see what it looks like. I'm gonna go back to the main page, or even here's fine. Okay, April 30th, 2025. Let me steal this right here. I'm going to take that and also use it as a separator in between these elements. Infermigo says, what are you working on? It's a website called emaxpackages.com. We're writing it in Guile Scheme, which has been quite fun. Let me see what else. Let's load that up. Cool. April 30th, 2025. Time is kind of useful too, I guess. Maybe the time could be like a hover thing. Because, I mean, why do you need to really see the time, I guess? What Linux distro am I using? I'm using GNU Geeks. There's no commands in here. We're just plain old human beings, Infermigo. YouTube. What does YouTube do on comments? Does it let you see the time on comments at all? Haha. Let's look at Fikri's video about Dark Souls. Let's not play that though. I don't want to get copyright strike. 1 day ago, 2 views, May 3rd, 2025. Okay, it's not really helping because we don't see any comments. DMT music meditation. I clicked that by accident. I was going for the Primogen video and got something else instead. All right, let's just, okay. Comments, show me the comments 5 days ago. You hover and it doesn't tell you. That's fine. I don't have the ability to do like relative time, which might be useful, you know? Relative time would be useful at some point, but we would have to write that because I don't think that library exists for Scheme at the moment. Fikri says, why are you opening my YouTube channel? Because apparently I'm getting recommendations for it on the System Crafters YouTube, whatever. Am I a CS graduate? Yes, unfortunately, I'm a CS graduate. So we have the date, April 30th, 2025. I want the full name, don't I? What's the string for that? Is it capital B? B, capital B. Full month name. Do it. All right, there it is. April 30th, 2025. I don't care. I mean, I guess the time doesn't matter too much, does it? Or can I just do it in a very minimal way instead? You should click on more details, should I? Infermigo says, I'm about to graduate and go into my master's degree. Congratulations. I have a master's degree in computer science also. I found grad school more fun because you get into deeper topics. All right, so this is kind of a waste of time. Let's just write something out and be done. I think it's %I, %P, is that right? That's AM or PM. According to the given time, corresponding strings are locale, printed lowercase characters, string of PM, AM, PM, yields an empty string. That's fine. I don't mind an empty string. So I'm going to leave it as lowercase p, and then what was the minutes? Get out of here. Minutes. There's a decimal number. Okay. So capital M. There we go. Make it to PhD, please. I don't really see the point of a PhD in my opinion. There we go. That's fine. All right. I guess the time zone would probably be important too, but we'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so that's good. We'll go back to the home page and we'll see what it looks like on the home page. Also, there it is, March 19, 2025 at 11:30 a.m. Fine. That's better. All right. I'm okay with that. Since we finished 2 items, I could probably just check that in. So let me just pull up good old VC mode here. I want to check the diff on everything. Package ship, package name. Okay, package ship, blah, 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 blah. Everything seems related to package tips. Cool. Let's check it in actually. No. Sorry. XVV. Improved display of package tips. Don't care too much. You can truncate the month to 3 letters as on YouTube. Do they do that? I'm okay with just leaving it be the full word for now. This is Scheme, yes. It is a Lisp. SPF says, is the Geeks website down? I don't know. Seems to be up for me. Wow, they updated the design. It looks awesome. Whew. That looks like a real Linux distribution. All right, so let's move on to the next item on the list then. Try to improve the general styling of the site, finish tip voting, fix the long loading time of main packages page. That's probably a good one. The question is, how do we know how many pages there will be? How do we know how many pages there will be? Let's see, SQLite. Get total number of rows for paging. How can I get the total number of distinct rows before paging? CTE. I don't know what that is. Group by instead of distinct, count over as total, column A, column B, couple joints here, blah, 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 blah. Count might work. So let's see. NA says, what do you think about paging by letters? I thought about that too, but we still may not have a solution to the underlying problem, which is there's too many packages on the page and it's causing the page to be slow. And also it's a little bit hard to see everything at once, I believe. So, man. It definitely throws a wrinkle into things trying to do paging. It's not a big problem, but it is a bit of an annoyance. All right. I wonder, if I take that icon out, does it make the page load faster? I'm guessing it does. I don't know why it's so damn slow. It just doesn't make sense to me. More meaningful than simple pages? Yeah, it is more meaningful for sure, but the thing is, you don't really need to do that, because if you go to the package listing page and just type in like D when it loads finally. I was gonna go to the package page and then icon, pick. Set package picked. This is wrong. I want the view. There we go. Package picker. So let me just take that whole thing out, just for funsies. I want to take a look at it. So if you just type in D here, or den or something, you automatically start getting things like that. Maybe I should put a regex style character support in there as well, so you can do it. But I think searching is a little bit more useful than going by alphabeticals. So I think general paging is useful, just to reduce the number of items coming back. Let me reload this. Yeah, it's way faster whenever I don't put the icons in. So something about the icons makes it slow. I mean, if I could just solve that problem without having to do paging at all, it would be nice. I am using a library, like a CSS JavaScript library, to put those icons in the page. Actually, are those just SVG files? I think they were SVG files. Maybe SVG is not a good idea. Maybe SVG is slow to load. So using SVG for icons in web page is slow. Yeah, I might have to make PNGs out of them or something, which I don't really want to. But SVG icons absolutely destroying initial render time. Yeah, it sounds familiar to me. Single SVG file, give them IDs reference. See, that doesn't help either, though. Because that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. It's not helping for me. I don't know why. Whatever. That's taking forever. SVG typically loads way faster than PNG. I don't know if I believe that. Feather icons. I think this is what I'm using. Because I'm using the, the Feather Sprites. SVG Sprite. It's supposed to be doing it this way. Or just copy it to your project directory and use an icon on your page with the following markup, SVG. Thought I did that. SVG, yeah, it's right there, see? And if I put that back in the page, reload the page. What is this? Why is it calling out to a CDN though? What's going on there? What the hell? Why is it even calling the JS deliver? All right, let me pull up the hello. Oh, it takes so long to do anything that I can't even get the DevTools to pop up. All right, so network, load it up again. Oh, okay, it's Datastar, fine. So Feather Sprite loads just fine. The file loads just fine, okay? It's probably cached. It's 1 millisecond. But for some reason, just having them all on the page causes the page load time to be really slow. Let's see. Running the profiler. Okay, so is that gonna work? You not found. Thank you. Fantastic. That really helped. What does raced mean? Is it possible? All right, so SVG sprite mime type. I don't know if this matters. SVG plus XML. I think that's what I'm saying. Because I'm doing that myself in the response. Do it again. SVG plus XML. Okay. That's so weird that it's taken that long for it to render. Let's see. Let me try loading it up in Chrome. Chrome also is taking its time. I wonder if Datastar is doing it. Is Datastar being super slow? It was faster. Let me see. What version of Datastar am I on currently? Sometimes there's bugs. Let's see. If I go to WebFrame, source, Datastar script, beta 9. Let me see if there's a newer update. Beta 11. Let me change that and see if maybe there's any, performance bug fixes or anything. Still seems about the same. I'm starting to suspect it's Datastar and not the icons. And it has something to do with the fact that I'm putting the icons in. So maybe I'm doing something very slow in the way that I render those. So the package picker icons. I don't really see what it could be because it's just a bunch of event handlers. Just trying to think of what else it could be. Even if I filter it down, it seems to take, some amount of time. It's not instant to come back. All right, let me pull this up. I just want to see how long the network request takes. Yeah, so after the network request, there's still like half a second delay for it to render everything. Yeah, so it's must be Datastar. Question is why? I think there is stuff in local storage. Okay, so that key is the only one that's being persisted. That's good. I thought maybe it was persisting a bunch of other extra stuff and causing it to have longer load times. That's so weird, man. That's really unacceptable, I think, for a production website. I'm just gonna search for slow. Let's see. Is there like something I can do for debugging maybe? Reference. Okay. How-tos. I felt like I had seen something in the past about debugging. Perf. Let me think. Kind of nice you could do infinite scroll on that though. Maybe that's something I could also try to do. being able to scroll down to get some more without having to do paging per se. Toggle visibility. Yeah, I'm already doing that. Ba-da-bum. Okay, not really getting any clear answer. SPF says your SVGs are getting inlined, not image source or something. It is in, it's an SVG with a use. They say it's supposed to work for SVG sprites. What the heck is an SVG sprite sheet? Have many graphics available from one resource and are used in many different ways. SVG contains a feature called symbol. Adding an ID attribute to the symbol gives us a way to reference a symbol. Yeah, I think what I'm realizing now is that this is not the problem. It's definitely Datastar slowing things down somehow. I may have to consult with Datastar folks on that because this is way too slow. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why it would be so slow to attach events on all that stuff. What's happening is maybe it's all the DOM changes. Must be all the DOM changes. Data class hidden hover. Data class hidden. Am I doing something wrong though? Data class hidden. There is a show thing. Where's show? Visible. Toggle visibility. Maybe I should be using this instead. Data show. Div data show. Instead of a class. Data show. Data show. Let's try that. Who knows? Maybe that would be faster. It would be really nice if it is faster. So far, not faster. Ooh, okay, it's wrong. Yeah, when I reload that, it just takes a long time for it to show up. No matter what. I don't know what kind of changes it's making to the DOM whenever it's trying to do all that, but that seems pretty basic. It shouldn't be taking so long. All right, let's forget about that for now. What we got? We got maybe 40 minutes left. So I'll put that one on the back burner for now. Paging could be a help, but I think that paging is not really the issue either. So let me look at the Crafter Hours list. Finish tip voting, fix long loading time, improve styling of user registration page, try to improve the general styling of the site. So if I were to try to steal the System Crafter's website CSS style, what would that look like? So first of all, I need to go look at what the actual structure of the page is, because I don't remember. So body, header, site footer. Okay, so we got a header and a footer. If I go into template.scm, so there's a title, page container, body. Inside body, there's a header, class. I'm really just gonna steal everything here. Class, I need to do this. Okay, and that's good. Then we got the div for the container, okay? And then we're gonna put, excuse me, the footer. I need to put an extra set of parens in here as well. Fix this one. All right. Oops, not that page. And not the packages page either, please. Okay, header and footer we've got there. That's good. Jeez, sorry. My other computer just started flipping out. Okay, header and footer. Let's see. Can I also steal the approach I'm using for the navigation section? So we got a container here as well. Okay. So we got a container there. I think container is what's keeping the site kind of narrowed in, which is good. Div class site title. And then div class site masthead. Just gonna steal the whole structure here. That's also got a container in it. I don't know why I did that way. Then a nav. All right, so we're just gonna kind of copy and paste this whole structure. Can I just like copy the text? There we go, let's do that. I'm gonna drop it in right around here. Yes, this looks terrible. I'm just trying to get it in so I can see it. How about this? Let's change it up. I don't think there's a way to indent this automatically. Otherwise I'd do that. Kind of pointless. Let's see. Just need the general structure. I'm also going to turn off this center document mode. I don't know why it's doing that in the HTML files. Let's split the window and then go look at template.scm. All right, so inside of this, we've got div. If I can type it correctly. Div class container. And then logo here. That will come later. So then that's the class site title. Okay. Then another div for site masthead. Excuse me, nav. And then a class equals nav link. Oops, I messed that up. And href okay. Also, one for the current user, I think would be good, but don't really have that yet. Slash profile. Yeah, slash profile. That would be how would I know if the user's logged in? I think I would only show those if user is logged in. So yeah. Same thing as here, right? Basically the same thing here. Class, user ID, data show. Okay. That's wrong. It needs to be here. Oh. Okay. Then I'll kill this whole expression. Boom. Pull this back up here. Also, I want to add a logout link too, because I haven't done that yet. So, maybe that doesn't belong there. Maybe it should be on the profile page, but I don't know. Let's just leave it like that for now. Where are we? Class nav, okay. And then the div container, and then the masthead div. And then the header, all right. Get rid of this user ID part. Okay, we need the... We're gonna move the data signals up to the body. Because it needs to be at the top of the page. Right? Then the whole thing right here can go away. Oops, okay, let's not do that. This. Let's do this. And which is that? Body. Okay, so we got that. And we need to leave the footer in. Is that everything? All right, let me reload the page. We got a little error. Bad attribute logout. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think I did not close that off. That explains it. Logo here, home packages, test user logout. There are new lines for some reason. Probably because they're divs. Should need to be spans. I don't know. Okay, next is to copy over some CSS. So I need to go into System Crafters website, systemcrafters.net, assets, CSS, site.css. We need site masthead. If I go look at, let's see, let me inspect this whole part. Site header. Okay, site header itself. Got that. Background size cover, font weight bold. Don't care too much about that, but probably need this font weight bold. I'm gonna split this window. I'm gonna go over to source site, probably in routes CSS. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna put in, it's a site header. That's gonna be font weight bold. Could just be bold. Yes. Okay, so there's site header, site. I'm not gonna put title yet. Site masthead. It's gonna have a margin bottom of 0.5 rem. Background color of, well, we'll leave that be for now. What else? Border bottom. I'll just copy this just to see. C3E88D. And there was also a WebKit box shadow inset negative 0.1 rem, 0.25 rem, RGBA. What am I doing here? 0.1. Is that even visible on the site, I wonder? Box shadow inset negative 0.1. I'm kind of curious how that looks now. Oops, not that one. Yeah, there is a shadow here. Cool. I see that happening. We need the nav link. Where is nav? Nav icons. Let's go with nav link. Okay, and then font weight bold. Font size 1.1 rem. That ought to be enough. Okay, that's bigger, and there's spacing now. Why is test user and logout
on separate lines though. Let me inspect this and see what's different. Packages, home. Oh, they're divs. Oh, because of the, okay, got it. Let's go back into template. Let's not make those divs anymore. Those need to be just regular plain old Ahrefs. So right here, we're going to drop in this data show, fill that div. And also the data show here, we're going to kill that. We're going to drop that right here. Put that after class. Okay, kill that. That's wrong. Same thing for this one. We're going to kill that and drop it after class. Kill the div. And then we're going to kill the extra close paren. Good on that. Seems to be right. Reload. All right, cool. So home packages test user log out. Got it. So, that's a bit of a header here, logo here. Maybe instead of saying logo here, I'm going to say emacspackages.com. All right. What about if I go to the main page? Okay, and the main stuff needs to be in the right area. What are we looking at here? If I inspect, that's a div without a class on it. Let me see what I did wrong here. Let's go to the end of this div, the body. Probably need to wrap this in a div with class container. There we go. Now it's all lined up. Same thing for the footer. We're gonna try to put a little separation on that as well and have some stuff at the bottom. What's the color of this? If I inspect that text, this is the color here. I'm gonna make that be the color. Actually, I could probably just dim that some. So for the footer, I go back to the routes file. Site footer, background color. Probably should make that a string. Okay, the footer color seems right. What else do I have inside of the CSS file? So footer, site footer, padding. Margin top is 1 rem. Color, what is the background color of the page? Here. I want to make it basically the inverse. Font size 0.8 rem to make it a bit smaller. Border top 0.05 rem solid C3E88D, which is definitely not what we want, but we're just putting it there to see how things look. Okay, so we got the footer. That seems a bit better now. It also, the content inside needs to be centered. So where I said footer, go to template. This needs to be a div with a class of container. So that's a bit better. What else? I mean, even the top section could be that dark purple, I think. So I could probably steal that. Put it up to, or at least the nav. So if I were to go on the nav, brown color, hitting the wrong key binding. Or reevaluating the buffer. There we go. Ooh, that needs to be all the way across. How did I do that before? What is this? That's the masthead. It's not in a container. So masthead should not be constrained. Let me see what it's doing on this page. Clearly it is constrained. Oh, nav itself. Okay, so did I mess that up? Is it masthead that needs a background color? Maybe it is. Here's nav. Let's grab this whole thing. Put it into site masthead. Then we'll take nav back out for the moment. There it is. Okay. And the links need to be changed as well. So if I were to inspect the page and look at the background color, you can steal that for the foreground text for the nav link. I think I need to change the nav link, the A. Hover focus. Okay. Active. Let's try that first. And the visited links need to be a slightly different color. If I were to go inspect that and change the color a bit to make it a bit dimmer. Maybe like that. It's not perfect, but that's okay. That would be focus, hover, active. Actually, I don't want them to be different, do I? On the main system crafter site, I don't change the link color based on the... I also don't want them to be underlined. What was I doing? Font, weight, color, margin, padding, position, nav. Justify content. I probably should fix that too. So let me actually put nav in as well. Nav, display, flex, wrap, justify, center. Okay, good. Sub nav. I don't even know if I'm using that. Font weight. Where is the underlined stuff? How am I clearing that off? Is it the A for the whole thing? A. Okay, text decoration none. How about that? All right, now it's centered. That's cool. Still the visited. CSS visited link style. Forgot what the visited. Why am I not even setting that? That's so weird.
Hover focus active. We're getting there slowly. Let's see. Definitely needs. Let's see, inspect this. What is it? A visited. Where is it being set? Site.css66. Did I do that? Apparently I did it. Let's change that then. Nav link. Put it the same color. Oh. There we go. Better. Okay. And on the System Grabber site, whenever I hover, it actually does put something under. Okay, so hover, color, background color, transparent. Let's see, I can do the same thing here. .nav link, focus, color. I think that's right, isn't it? Nope. Work. Oh, I saw it like the split second. When I clicked it, focus. I'm supposed to be doing hover here. Hover. No wonder. There it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That looks better. Now when you hover, at least it does that. So I probably should put that on. Well, no, I'll leave the normal links the way they are, okay? Packages. It's taking forever as usual. That makes sense. Okay. Starting to look better. Not perfect, but better. This emaxpackages.com probably should be centered as well. Justify content center. Let's see, center, text align center. I'll put that in. Is it site title? Did I put site title in the? I inspect this. What is it? Site title. Okay, the site title. I'm not explicitly centering that. I'm not sure why. Did I also put a center style on it? No. Site title, color, font weight bold, color. I don't see any centering. Site header. Site header. See if that does anything. Oops, I don't want to go back there. There it is, okay. Probably should make it bigger too. In fact, let's do that. Site title. Then in the template, where I say emaxpackages.com. Oh, it's already site title. Cool. Didn't reeval. There it is. Okay, it's a bit bigger now. Not big enough, but it's fine for the moment.
I don't see the drop shadow stuff that we painstakingly put in there. I don't like the way this looks either, but we're gonna wait on addressing that for now, I think. Okay. So that's not bad. Not great, but not bad. I think it's somewhat more acceptable. Probably need a different font. Need to tweak some text sizing as well. Fikri says, what do you think of sequel? Uncle Bob triggered a massive discussion on this last week. What did he say? Because I didn't hear anything about any of that. What do I think about sequel? Sequel's fine. So let's see. What am I doing with the font size of the whole site? If I go to System Crafter site and then inspect the main text, content, div ID content, site.css content, margin top. Whoa, is that literally not even filled in? That's weird. We should not use SQL to retrieve data. Instead, we should just have access to the internal function to fetch the data from the database. What does that mean? That you should only ever request data through an API that you have defined? Sure, for unit testing purposes, definitely. But it makes things a lot more difficult, because then you have to start inventing your own query language stuff and then translating that to SQL. So I don't know. I have no idea about what the actual conversation is, so I don't have a real strong argument on that at the moment. Font size, max width, font size. Row, column, content. Let's see, margin top, font family, line height 1.5. Line height might be part of what we need. So if I take that off, didn't help. Okay. Line height, font size, margin bottom, font family, line height. Okay. And what is the line, or what is the font size on here? 18 also. Why does 18 seem so much bigger? Is this the font that's being used? And why is it that Jost is not showing up right? Am I pulling that in as some kind of like CSS import? Yeah, of course. All right. Yeah, let's see. Doesn't have to be the same font as the Systems Crafter site, but whatever. So CDN fonts. Fallon says, I think he means that SQL is fine for user interfacing programs, so when a user itself has to create queries, but if a program should use an API function to query a database. Yeah, in some ways that's true. Let's see, Jost. No. Where's the search? Search. Jost. Yes, come on now. It's in there. I saw it. All right. Standard link ref. There we go. So we can just use a link ref instead of doing an import in the style sheet. I prefer the import in the style sheet, but I don't support that just yet inside of my little CSS library. So I'll have to put this right here. href. It's going to be Jost. Hell. No. Alt space. Yes, there we go, finally. Rel, style sheet. I go back to the main page. There we go. So the font gets loaded now, and it's happy. Okay. Definitely looks better with a font. The page still seems way too wide, though. Why does it seem so wide? System Crafter site is not that wide. So why is it that the container, site SCSS container? All right, it's probably need to fix that. So where's container here? Max width 55 rem, 45 rem. I want that to be 45. Oops. Auto 7575. All right, I think that's what the problem was. All right, cool. That's better. That's fine. The green line here needs to go away. Let's see, C #C. What's a better color for that? Let's just pull up the inspector, hit this button right here. I'm gonna go to a pinkish hue, and let's see, what does it look like? That's a little bit too pinkish. Let's shift a little bit more to the purple spectrum. That. Almost imperceptible. But maybe it's enough to be picked up. All right, so that's the border top. There's also the border bottom here. Reload. Okay. Can't really see it on the bottom there. That's fine. So we did some stuff today. We made a little bit of progress. Things are looking a bit better. And the package page is still taking a long time. I'm going to have to consult with the Datastar experts to see why this is taking so long, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, I feel a bit better about how things are looking. Like I said, we'll still be continuing forward, polishing this up as we go. I think next time we might do a little bit of a pre-work for the Spring Lisp Game Jam. So we're going to use Datastar for that. We're going to do some game development with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think next time we'll probably spend time setting up at least the general layout of the page first for the game we're going to be working on, so that on Friday we can start working on the actual game code. So that's something we'll probably do on Wednesday. But anyway, thank you all for being here today. Really appreciate your time and attention. Hope you found that interesting. Leave a comment or come find us in the IRC. Let me know what you think. Until next time, happy hacking. See ya.